fucked on it.
Is it when it
But
pops
yeah.
sometimes?
Yeah, so just let me know. I'll get this shared and then away we go.
Roger.
We've paid for Kato for like the meal deal team.
Sick.
It's fucking brilliant. It's so good.
Is we need to get someone to do like a walkthrough video on it or something.
I think I might do it.
Yeah, that'd be sick. What kind of insights have you pulled out? I seen there was quite a few things around AI and DeFi getting bids. You retweeted some stuff.
DeFi is like, yeah, DeFi seems to be, because it scrapes everywhere, right? It's scraping Twitter, Discord, Farcaster, YouTube transcripts, like Spotify transcripts, like even like conference talks, like every single talk at a conference is getting scraped, and then it's like giving you a TLDR of what happened.
Crazy.
And like, and from all of that, it's collating all this information to be basically like, this is where the zeitgeist is. This is where mindshare is. This is like the upticks in these kind of specific tokens, and then it also like basketizes them into like specific narratives and stuff. So I'll bring it up in a second, just kind of show, not to like kind of show it off too hard. But
yeah, I think that's something to definitely tap into now to try and get an edge.
Oh god, yeah, it's my new favorite shiny toy. I'll just share this and we'll get going. Anyone's joining, Jerry's on holiday, so
nice. Where's he go? Is he off fishing or something?
Somewhere.
Oh
yeah, went to kill the bears. Let me see. All right, I'll just chuck this in Discord and then we're good to go.
Thought I'd wear the MOG merch today.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They got a good start. Yeah, I bought a shitload today.
There's some cool hoodies as well. To be fair, obviously you don't require a hoodie anymore, but in the UK yeah. That's regular leisure wear. But yeah, they got some decent stuff. To be fair,
I bought the Harry Potter Obama Sonic Inu t-shirt and the PJs, the bottoms. And like my missus was like, "What the fuck?"
Look like a 10-year-old kid again.
Yeah, like 10-year-old kid coming down for Christmas.
Do you give it a one wash and it ends up four sizes smaller?
I want the backpack though, you know, like the original backpack.
Yeah, it looks sick.
That'd be fucking sick. Yeah, GM. Right, let's go. Again, nothing new here. Today's financial advice. We have absolutely no idea what we're talking about. But me and Mark will go and speak to someone who knows what to talk about if you wish to participate in the markets. How have you been?
Good, bro, actually. So me and you had a chat on Tuesday, didn't we? So Grant's not going to be shutting the meal deal too much, I don't think, but I can have a crack. So on Tuesdays, me, Grant, 563, round trippers episodes for those who want to get in behind the paywall. Get yourself subscribed. There's some good alpha over there. But we had a chat on Tuesday around buying the fear, and subsequent to that, everything that I've bought is up quite bigly. So pretty damn happy, to be honest with you. And there was a lot of like bottom signals for me personally that came in around feeling the fear myself. And also I had a couple of texts off mates who were like, I can't be watching this go down anymore. Should I sell? And I was like, well, have you sold anything on the way up? They're like, no, I've just been holding. I was like, why the fuck would you sell when it's dropping down? I was like, either double down or just don't do anything. And they were like proper shit in their pants. So I said, you know, the worst thing you can do now is literally be the bottom signal. And you were my bottom signal. There was two boys who texted me. So pretty damn funny, to be fair. How about you?
What? Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Do you think price is like...
It's maximum pain.
Yeah.
It's the pain point, isn't it? People have seen probably 50% drawdown plus over a short time frame, because these are people who are probably bought whiff and stuff like that. So that was like $4, wasn't it, like 3 weeks ago? So for that to drop to a one handle and Donald to be doing the victory laps, obviously is like, yeah, you probably got a lot of people who are just dumping the bags at that point, and that's why it popped down the bottom. I should have done a lot better on my trade with this because I kind of planned it out. I planned the trade and then just didn't execute it properly afterwards. Like I had all the levels mapped and kind of fucked it. But yeah, we're still. I'm like Whiff and Mog Maxi, to be honest with you. I think they're just great cycle plays here.
Let's have a look, see if I can get that. I suppose the best chart will be on-chain chart for Mog, won't it? If you hear any hint of bias in my voice today about Mog, it's because I've bought a shitload. So I wanted, like, for you, why is it? Because I've got my own reasons, but like for you, what's
sexy about it?
Yeah.
So this for me was the first meme of this cycle that had like some kind of sticking point to it, like the attention it was gathering and the use of the pit vipers. Even initially before that, I was obviously aware during the Hunter Biden stage before the rebrand, but so that was like first and foremost, this is where the idiots are. Like that was great crack, and most of the funny shit did have a run at some point. When it died and rebranded, then putting the pit vipers on stuff via the website, I was like, wow, these are cooking on something. That then led me into Whiff by putting the hat on stuff. So I kind of made money. I made that was the easy like on switch for me for Whiff to make sense. I was like, well, stick a hat on everything. I was like posting it on some of you boys, sent it to a few people on Twitter. And then
sent them to my parents.
yeah. Your old man and mum.
I just get pictures of my mom and dad with fucking Whiff hats on now, like randomly because of you.
But these were the first times that I thought like the memes had like an extra bit of X factor and that they were going to be sticky. You started to see people using profiles of both of those coins like as their PFPs. But with MOG specifically, I just feel like this is like a cultural shift and they've just got something absolutely cooking. And also the fact they've actually got a proper team behind it who are just non-stop belligerently posting is like really attractive. So I feel like this is just a culture coin for the cycle. And if you just like think about it, when I watch stuff that they do, I'm like, will this absurd kind of energy they have bring in more people over time? Yes or no? And everything I see them do, I'm always like, yeah, this is gonna attract people in.
100%. There's a episode on Still Early where I interviewed the org, the founder, and I was just like, I was just kind of went into it, didn't really make too many notes, didn't really know where it was going. I was just like, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. He's cooking on gas, this guy. And I think it's a pretty good move to have a fat stack of liquidity on base as well. If they wanted to push towards like getting those big tier 1 listens and things like that, then obviously it makes a lot of sense. And you're not going to get listed on tier 1 with fucking Hunter Biden and his laptop as your logo, are you? So but yeah, I bought some more. Should we get into like what we want ETH exposure wise going into the ETFs? Because this is one for me. But I really liked what you said in Round Trippers on Tuesday about the OG class of ETH meme coins. Maybe we can bring a couple of those up.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, so like there's a 2023 class of memes on Ethereum which seem to be quite mispriced if you just look on a relative basis of how much capital is on Ethereum mainnet versus say Solana, how big some of the runners have been on Sol, and then what these could pump to as a result. Like some of the ETH whales are going to pump fuck out of these. I have no doubts about it. As you can see from like 2024, they're slowly putting these higher lows and the chart doesn't look too bad whatsoever. But SPX 6900, 2023 OG meme. The website on this thing is absolutely bonkers. The Gensler video at the bottom somewhere is fucking hilarious. There's just some real good crack. And yeah, there's just a lot of content around this one. And I feel like since the ETH ETF has come round now, can you get the volume on that or no? On the Gensler one. To just play in your headphones.
Can you hear that?
No. That'd be just be on your headphones, maybe. No, it's not that. Give that one a watch. That's pretty funny. But I think they've noticeably been a lot more active since the ETF talk as well, these guys. So they were really loud prior when it was like October, November time when it first had its all-time high. But I think it's going to have a major uptick again. So it makes sense to have some rotation from Sol memes to ETH memes on a relative basis in my mind.
Not affiliated. The stock market coin, not affiliated with Standard & Poor's 500. Yeah, I was asking you on Tuesday. I was like, people still active?
They seem to be coming out of the woodwork again. And your tweet earlier, they came out, didn't they?
They did.
You didn't even use the ticker properly. Like it was just
No,
you put SPX and they were all there. So it's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, I jumped in the Telegram as well. That was funny. I think the Rose bot started trying to flirt with me, so I had to like fucking back off.
Show your wedding band.
Little flare cheers. If I was flirting, whatever chat I go in. Yeah. What else have we got? Balkan Dwarf, which I always found this like one of the funniest. You know, the chart doesn't look great, but like some of the memes that came off the back of this were fucking hilarious.
The tune as well, the flute tune is fucking stupid. Very catchy as well, though.
Yeah, it's like just fucking funny, man. But I don't think this one looks as appetizing as SPX or MOG.
How about Joe?
Yeah, is it Joe?
JOE coin. Yeah, there he is, 15 mil.
Add this. Just cleaned up my watch list. Yeah, I don't hate that whatsoever. I think that looks, to be honest.
It looks like SPX is leading the charge.
Yeah. Well, it better be because I bought some. but that looks good, and it looks like less wiki than the like the daily looks really nice there. So I think that's a good shout. I wouldn't have even thought to do that. I probably just went ham on fucking Pepe or some shit. I don't know what Pepe's doing at the minute, but
yeah, it's quite mad because you're just going further and further out the risk curve.
Betting on Balkan Dwarfs.
Take my chances.
Yeah. All right. So what else from like a normal perspective is that Pendle?
Yeah, Pendle had wasn't it being shilled on like a finance website or something today? There was like an explainer of what Pendle does, I think, on like something highbrow. So it kind of seems like the institutions might be starting to feed their bags into the wider markets or something.
I think it makes sense as like a trade in future yield would almost certainly make a lot more sense to the TAD5 blocks, I think. Just makes a lot more sense. Can anyone see where I sold on the chart?
Is it May 31st?
It's the big fat blue line at $1.50 there, like a fucking idiot. But yeah. Like I held through like this period of like pharmaceutical grade dog shit, and then like just I don't know.
It looks like a replica of where you sold your whiff.
Don't. Yeah, fucking hell.
Could have been on a yacht with Sailor, you could have.
I wouldn't be here. Yeah, so what else have we got going on? So
tap.
Yeah. I mean, I think people are probably sick of hearing me talk about this fucking thing, but
I think you got a great. You have a cooker.
Yeah, you're right. It's a long forecasted cooker, this one, because the audit took so long. But it flew out the gates. If anyone participated in the LBP, I think that was as flawless and seamless as you're going to get. Did you ever go to the LBP? Did you slam something in there? Or?
Yeah, did the old technique, 2/3 bidded in. I think I got in like 170 to 180 region, and then the option was like 103, I think it was. So for that extra third, and then I bought when it was like 150, where it's just before it started to full send, so around the 18th. Yeah, around 150 region. Yeah, around there somewhere. So I was really, really happy with this one so far. And I listened to the episodes that they did. I think it was on the 18th, and they were talking about the fees. And Matt went off on one that I was like getting so bullish. because this one really could be an absolute fucking printer. And then if it does print huge APYs, obviously that's going to send the token price even higher until it reaches a reasonable APY. But with the flywheel behind it, as more people enter the protocol as well, it can get a bit of a churn behind it. So I think that this one's seriously like kind of mispriced as well compared to a lot of the other DeFi that's out there that's not really innovating anymore. It's just loads of shit that's being forked. So I'm just excited to see that DeFi's got something brand new and cool.
Maybe we can get like the categories on CoinGecko and just see if, just to have a little look, right? So like, let's go FDV, which could take up to, I think it's fucking 10 years to fully dilute at 100% options being exercised. So that's not like that's the highest inflation rate that's ever going to happen with it. So 164. So like who are we in cahoots with here?
Shit protocols.
I still haven't hit it. So you're coming in with Sushi, Band, Alchemix.
Spells down there somewhere around 100, isn't it?
I think Joe like drastically mispriced. Different completely honest. Spells down there, but like, come on, it's we're miles apart. Like, I take everything I say with a pinch of salt. I've invested, but invested for a reason, and I think it's drastic, and that's on market cap comparison to FTV. By the way, it's not like if we're comparing 30 million. Like, does it even go down to 30 million on it? It's got page like 6 or some shit.
Just this,
just to make a point, like market cap comparison. Like, you're getting down to fucking Paraswap, Tokamak, Beefy, Vertex. I think's too good of a product to be down here personally. And you like Aura as well, don't you? I think that's drastically undervalued.
Yeah.
But like, come on, I think not financial advice or anything, but it seems a little bit. I still think people are pretty confused by it as well. I think it needs to go live and people need to wrap their head around it.
I think, seeing to believing kind of thing in it. If you can actually get your hands and use it and see how the options exercise part works and all these kind of things. And there's a lot of strategy that can go into it as well to play the game and get yield. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the GigaBrains come out with the best strategy. So hopefully some of the boys are working on some stuff and can feed us the alpha.
Yeah, and look at the liquidity on that.
Thick.
So yeah, I like that. What else have we got going on? Have you been keeping an eye on Banana? Banana seems to have been fucking like unfazed by anything that's happened.
I think there was some big buyers, like institutional level buyers, have come in from. I've been following Crypto Sivo, who's been balls deep in that since fucking early and printed off it, and he was saying that there's institutional buyers who have come in and started to allocate to Banana. So it's clearly the winning bot of the cycle. Imagine a lot of people fucked the Unibot trade up, buying Unibot and leaving Banana. Like, that is a painful one.
I can't read that, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to go to another one. But yeah, it's like night and day who the right, we're just gonna have to read whatever this is. But yeah, it's night and day, like what the revenue of these things come in, compared to like everything else in the market. So like it's just total domination at this point.
Yeah, that's been printing for people. That's the exciting thing about DeFi. If you can get something early and it's got rev share, and then you grow with the protocol and you've got a decent sized bag and that inflates, and then you could be walking away with big salary every month. So
look at Bonkbot as well, though. Like, that's impressive.
There's no value in that, though, is there?
No.
Shame.
Shame.
Do you think it's quite
was
poetic?
Unibot one of the biggest? Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say, do you think it's quite poetic that we literally had Mitch getting liquidated on the CRV, and then it seems that there's this renaissance out of the ashes? Like, you can't really write the script. It's been pretty freaking wild.
It's incredible, isn't it? Like, I think I was joking, but like, Curve pioneer in the real world asset space by
Sure, what you
deposit in CRV and being able to kind of buy a house. The first RWA protocol in existence. But I think he's played a subtle blinder, if I'm completely honest. Like, never going to be able to, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to? I think Brian Armstrong has like, doesn't he sell like X amount of shares every single day? So it like can be predicted and can be like, so it's not like a big shock, like, oh, Brian's selling fucking 20 quadrillion Coinbase shares or something like that. In crypto, because it's so obvious, like Ethereum Foundation, if you see any transaction go there, everyone's like, oh, it's over.
Risk off. Yeah.
Everything spooks the market because you can see everything. Getting voluntarily liquidated, on the other hand, nice.
Chess move.
And also, like, I'm not like a crypto tax lawyer or anything like that, so I don't really know what the jurisdiction, particularly in Australia, says about this, but you don't pay capital gains on a loan. You do if you were to sell those tokens. So it might have just been like a really tax efficient way of being able to buy a house as well.
Yeah. It's playing a blinder, mate. I think if you can walk away from the curve wars with a 15-bed mansion in Melbourne, you're doing pretty well.
Isn't Melbourne like one of the most expensive places on the planet as well? IO. Did you buy post-launch? Like,
yeah, I had some. I put my bids in a bit high, to be honest with you, because it did just crater down. So the top of those initial candles on the 12th, around 440, that's where I'd bid, and then left the bid open. So that filled pretty sharply on the 18th, and I was underwater quite bad. Now it's like not too badly underwater, but I think it'll cook. I do need to keep up to date with the number of GPUs online, etc., and the stats, just to see if everything maintains or whether people have just farmed, or just to see if it has the follow through. Did 0x Husky leave his position, or do you know?
No, it was so the CEO Shadid, I think he's stepped down, and Tori, who me and 563 have interviewed, has stepped into that role, and he's a legitimate operator. That guy, like, I think it's in really, really good hands with him being there, and he's like a lot less
main character.
Yeah, he's a lot less main character-ish as well, and I think he just like goes under the radar, just gets shit done. So I think that's net positive for it. And yeah, I think like I was banging on about Kato earlier. I mean, I can bring it up now, which is, it's so fucking good, man. It's just changed everything. But narrative mindshare, like, AI just keeps tipping up and stealing mindshare from every other sector that there is. Like, it's not even close at the minute. DeFi is definitely coming back in, but like, mindshare over time, like, AI is top of everyone's list. Top 10, and then 11 to 27. Outside of like the top narratives, LRTs, and all that good stuff. And I think Bitcoin L2s have slowly started to trickle off, but I can imagine that picks up again post ETF, Ethereum ETF. But it's been really, really good to kind of get a bit of a high level look on what's happening. But AI is just stealing the show continually. There's so much good shit coming on the market, and yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much more exposure than this in desync, to be honest, but I think that's enough for me, because I'll end up just fucking going balls to the wall and create like the Blockmate's retard AI index, not making any money.
No, I stacked Render from a while back, so I progressively increased my bag on that as we've gone through the cycle, and that's been like, it's not been like a worldy play, but it's consistently one of the top, say, like 4 or 5 performing AI coins. Just seems like it's got a bid that's going to be consistent. So That's kind of my exposure. Render, IO, and then when the GM AI token comes out, that one will be some additional exposure for me. But I think just having exposure to this basket is just an absolute, you have to have some AI exposure. Like they're going to get, it's going to bubble. There's a lot of shit happening in the real world. I think ChatGPT with Siri for your mobile and things like this. There's like GPT-5 coming out. Like just these big headlines are going to rocket some of these token prices, I think. And what's the value of NVIDIA now? Something absolutely retarded. So
it's worth more than the very existence of humanity, I think.
The entire Earth.
And then you've got Jensen signing people's tits.
Mate, such a good fucking photograph, that.
I mean, in hindsight, that probably will have marked the top.
Of course you oblige when she asks. Of course you steady your left hand on the left breast as you sign the right.
He's not fucking about him in that leather jacket and fucking about. The Ilya, the mastermind behind OpenAI and the AI dev that DeepMind and Elon and basically every AI company under the sun that were fighting over him, he's just recently stepped down from his position and started his own company. So this is another really cool feature on Cato where it shows you, and 563 was saying this is his company. I don't really know much about it, but it's SSI Inc. Apparently this is his company. So yeah, so keep a very, very close eye on this one because I think he was like the mastermind behind it all. Building super safe super intelligence. So SSI.
What does that
Love a
mean?
fucking acronym, don't I? People who raise a lot of money. If you create your own acronym and you're the first to have that like acronym, you can put an extra zero on your deck.
You coin a phrase that's worth 10 figs easy.
Yeah, like fucking restaking and
clusters.
Yeah. All right, what else have we got going into ETF? Is there any? What else has people got in the chat going into ETF? We're probably missing a load of shit that I'm going to kick myself. I heard a few people speak about ENS. Yeah,
the chart's just one of the better charts, I think.
Why though?
Why not?
Like, why would that be?
It seems to have previously acted as ETH beta. I don't know if there's a fundamental reason as to why, but some of the more trader guys I follow have been bidding that, so it's quite interesting. And it would seem maybe a more sensible play other than ourselves going ham on the meme coins.
Yeah, it seems people seem to be starting to talk about it again, but does this mean that some of my like 4-digit ENS will go up? I've got way too many .sols as well. Because Vitamin writes about it. Yeah, very true. He just like to. I didn't realize Vitalik invested in Polymarket.
Really?
Yeah. He writes about that as well.
Has he got a giant Retardio bag or?
Duck juice, because it has Ethereum in the name.
And it's cheaper than Ethereum. That's $25. Yeah, I'll buy that.
It's like that. Like that AI token that was on Binance that no one knew what the fuck it was. But the ticker was just AI. I don't even think anything existed. It was just like, I love that because it has Ethereum in the name. Yeah, what else? We must be missing some shit. Like, what are the L2s doing? Because I think ARB's just hit all-time low against ETH.
L2's down only, L3's up only. That's the message.
Yeah, should we pump some of our L3 bags?
Yeah, I have no idea what Cheese Chain really does, but I bought some anyway.
So was it you who retweeted getting exposure? Somewhat like, was it
Yeah. I think it was Vance
or
Spencer.
someone? Like, I'm getting exposure to LTs because it's like, I don't know, ETH beta or something, and you retweet it saying I've got a basket of L3s because it's ETH beta. Yeah, this is I don't necessarily believe in I don't subscribe to the optimism or Arbitrum ecosystem like really taking off. Yes, Tap is on Arb, but it's also on layer 0. So I don't necessarily, just because liquidity is on there, I don't necessarily associate with that. I don't think there was enough meat left on the bone for people to get like stupid rich on L2s for them to ever create a community of champions around it. And I think I've been very vocal what I think about Arbitrum governance and shit like that, so I'm not going to kind of bore people to death and go on that rant again. And the other side of that, I don't necessarily know anyone apart from Subli, who's in the optimism community. Not to like knock on that or anything, but if anything is to happen ecosystem wise on ETH, I believe it's probably going to be on base, or you're going to get complete fucking degeneracy on one of these L3s. Probably Sanko or probably Cheese Chain. That's not actually on here, but you've been fucking around with it, haven't you? So what have you found, and
so
what you're getting exposure to?
I bought exposure to Cheese Chain, but I don't know too much about it. I've seen you talked about it numerous occasions. Max Long as well has been chatting about it, and he's been bang on with some trades as well. So I was just like, all right, I'll get some cheese exposure, L3 narrative. I had a little brief look and seen that the Shitcoin casino is open on there, but it's like very early days. So you're talking about cheese with like a 10 mil market cap, and then some of the altcoins that have listed on there, they're like 20, 30K market caps and stuff. So it's like proper nano cap shitcoin roulette on there. But I think they're going to have like perps decks going live and stuff. There seems to be some shit being built. So could be a shout. And generally what you see with these kind of meme chains is they have good communities. As you say, the L2s don't. But I've been more on Sanko. I've been on Sanko for a while, increased my DMT exposure recently, and then started to play a bit of Sanko pets over this last like 3-day period, just to trial that out and see if I found it addictive. Yeah. And I have, to be honest with you. Do you want to pull up sanko.pets? I think the website is.
Yeah. Just one point on this. So this cheese launched on pump.fun, and Mantra told me to buy a load. So I ended up with like, what I always do is just like way too much of the fucking supply, and then fucking paper handed it later on. And then everyone was like in the chat, they were like, oh, we're going to build like a layer 3. Oh, I think they're initially going to build an L2, then like, oh, build an L3. I was like, oh, fuck. And I was like, utility's bearish anyway. And then I was like, actually, no. And then I looked and it was like 20 million overnight. And I was like, fuck, done it again. Best thing about this, the block explorer is called Fetascan. And then the dex is called Chedex.
What's Gouda? Is Gouda like the pump.fun of it or something?
Mantras in the chat. There is a pump.fun on Cheese Chain called like, I don't know if Mantra's still listening, he'll be able to tell you. Right, what are we doing? Sanko.pet. Here we go. Right, so what is it? Is it more like a Tamagotchi style game? Like,
it's Tamagotchi kind of resource-based game where there's 4,444 of these NFTs. They're on SudoSwap, on Sanko chain. You need to buy them with some DMT. As you can see, floor price for DMT, you're talking about $600-ish, that kind of region. You can buy those buns, which are active pet straight out of the gate. So if you go on type on the left-hand side near the top, you can buy an egg and you can hatch an egg. The eggs are a bit more expensive. You click the next one down. So around 7 DMT, but those come preloaded with some gold, and gold is the in-game currency that you want to be mining. Now, I was trying to find like docs and stuff on this, but they haven't really put anything out. So I did see someone tweet and say it's just to make sure everyone's kind of on an even playing field, that we don't want people knowing too much about it. It's kind of feel it out for yourself and learn on the job. So essentially you can either hatch an egg, you'll have some gold with the egg, but they're more expensive, or you can just buy a pet, and then I'm not sure what the starting value of gold I had on mine were, but these various pets, yeah, they have their own wallets attached to them with items and gold inside them. So I've bought a few of these pets, and then some of them had items left on them. So obviously the seller didn't empty the wallet out. So essentially you're farming for gold. If you go back onto the pet, the game itself, yeah, go up to there. And then menu top left, and then the farm. Let's see. Oh, you've got the noise coming through. You can't hear that.
Fucking hell. It's catty as fuck.
So if you want to come and play the game, you have to stake some coins to be able to access your kind of vegetable patch here. So if you click on staking, you'll see the APYs, and this is where you can earn some good DMT. So decent DMT rewards, staked DMT, decent rewards, but then the golds is like multiple hundreds of %. So if you're willing to lock up some DMT over there, then you can print some golds. Gold's worth like somewhere in the region of like $25. So if you can set up a profitable farm on here, you could be printing some gold, and then you can take it to the actual Sanko DEX and then sell it for DMT, USDC, whatever you want. So I think it's a potential printer, but what they've kind of hinted at here is you're just building up your patches, you're building up your characters, you level them up by feeding them the fruits that you actually mine within the patch. There's quite a lot of mechanics around it, but they're going to be releasing additional stages and mini games around it and things. But yeah, I'm only like 72 hours in, but I think it's going to be interesting. I'm just going to continue to participate and see how it goes, really. But you did mention off air that you were a bit of a Crabada player back in the day. I haven't previously done stuff like this before. So what kind of lessons learned, if you were to have early Crabada vibes again, what would you do?
You got, like, you've did the first bit correct. You've got there early. You try and get as many first gens as physically possible. Try and build a fucking army, and just try and print as quickly as possible, as aggressively as possible before the bots come, because bots are inevitably going to become, not that I had a bot or anything, but Brandon might have had a bot, because it inevitably comes when it becomes profitable. Then people like erode away that edge. So just absolutely hammer it as early as possible. Yeah, it might cost a little bit of money, but like if the full ecosystem captures upside, usually something that's a little bit novel and unique will absolutely rip. And if you think back, some of those crabs were like 50k pop. So
crazy.
Yeah,
I think 4444 of these Genesis collection, there's obviously going to be additional collections that spawn from these. So it does feel like the playbook plus they're going to obviously change it up from last cycle, you know. I just think generally the team over here is going to cook.
Doing this because I'm so inconsistent with shit like this.
I think you could probably just do an hour a day if you can schedule that in. But the buns themselves, you have to like feed them every few days to keep them active. Otherwise they hibernate, and then you have to give them Bunzempic to bring them back to life and stuff.
Bunzempic.
So there's a bit of activity on there, but it looks really fun, to be fair.
Right. So what do I need to do? Right, I've got DMT. I'm going to buy some eggs.
Buy some of these. Get into
buy
the
buns
game
as well.
Well, you can either just the egg's going to hatch, but I think I didn't buy an egg. Buy a couple of eggs and buy a couple of buns, and then I bought some slightly more rare ones than these floor price ones because I'd rather have stuff with higher stats. Not that I know what the stats do at this point, to be honest with you, but just thought it'd be better to spend an extra DMT and get a high level one. But you want to stake then some DMT in game. Be aware you're going to have to stake it, and then it's got a decently long unlock period as well. And when you press to unlock, that's when the timer starts. So it's not like, so you'll have to like think about it. eggs or a lottery ticket, you can hatch a really good one. Oh yeah, you could get a shit one, but there's a higher chance if you've got a more rare egg, then you're going to get a better bun out of it. Or you can just buy a good bun maybe. But you need to go and
might do like a bit of like
some seeds.
frame. Yeah, 100%. These are the green borders are all the common ones. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at the yeah, we'll figure that out. I'm probably going to spend way too much money on that. And
that's the problem with that thing. I was just like, I spent like 2-3 hours the other day and I was like, where the fuck did my time go?
I'm just going to buy them because I think the phrase Buns Empic is probably the funniest thing I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, Buns Empic, and the second funniest thing I've heard this week is AIDS GCR, referring to Martin Shkreli. So like, good. Yeah. So Defined is the only place that's housing the charts at the minute, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's the first time I came back to Defined in a while, and I'm fucking quite happy with it. I bought some of this smoke because it seems to be markedly different.
One, biggest one, yeah.
So we'll just wait, plant the seeds, and then come back.
Yeah, I saw the girly or goalie one is the community takeover one that's occurred. I did have a little look through at those, but I was like, I'm just going to play the game, I think.
Yeah.
Just smash the game and see what happens because there's just tons of these shitcoins on there.
Cheese chains on Defined as well, is it?
Yeah. Have you actually fluttered in there or have you just bought cheese?
No, but I'm going to get over there. It's going to be like I'm going to be super hungover tomorrow because England are playing in a couple of hours, and then I'm probably going to sit on the sofa tomorrow, feel sorry for myself, and then do some exploration again into the chain and more Sanko pets and yeah. But yeah, there's a few more happening. Like I think DGen is a bit of a VC fuckfest in all honesty, and I think there's definitely another L3 that could be built on base that could take the ones. I keep trying to base guys that they should go build a L3 on base, but I think it's falling on deaf ears because you could just position it as like anti-degen, and then obviously Sanko is happening in Arbitrum. You need like a community based. Yeah, it's because I'm extremely overexposed to base. I think.
Yeah.
Stupid fucking ideas. And then this proof of play, they had Pirate Nation launch, I believe, this week, and that looked actually pretty fucking good. But like a lot of these things come really hot out the gates and then struggle to kind of maintain relevance.
Do you think the DeFi renaissance can then switch into a more GameFi renaissance? Because GameFi seems to be absolutely in the shitter.
I think there's a couple of good games that will fall under the GameFi category, but you won't necessarily know that you're operating on crypto rails. And I think like Gunzilla, with Off the Grid and Shrapnel are probably in that kind of realm. I know there's a lot of, if 563 is laughing, listen, he's going to be laughing at me, but I know there's a lot of mobile first crypto games coming as well because you've got like Privy to provide like the MPC and social login, account abstraction style wallet and stuff like that. So that's coming. That's where the money is. That really is where the money is. Like some of the top grossing games are like mobile first, and they get like mums and aunties and nanas addicted to like fucking Candy Crush and shit like that. So
that's kind of the.
I'm yet to see it. I want the GuildFi team to do well, and they've got a lot of good connections. So I'll just have to keep an eye on it.
The kind of ace up the sleeve and hopium for Crown, which I'm overexposed to, is the fact they've got mobile app coming for that, and obviously that encapsulates gambling, real yield, horse racing. So yeah. Some whale must be absolutely smashing this chart down every couple of days. But it's horrendous. But I bid the bottom, which is the bottom for now, 39 cents, and then we'll see how it goes. But they've got the mobile app coming for this, so if there is a catalyst, that'll be it. So we'll see how that happens. But loads of the gaming stuff's been absolutely obliterated. So
Yeah.
time will come again.
What did you make of this shenanigans this week?
I just couldn't believe that it's still got 160 mil market cap left in it. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? GCR coming out the woodwork to try and shit on Martin. Baron Trump potentially behind it. Andrew Tate's stinky paws all over this as well. It just seems like an absolute shit show. That was hopefully marking the bottom as well whilst they were all arguing.
So there was a couple of like on-chain sleuths that were pointing at something quite interesting. So you see this chart, very wiki, right? Even down at 15 minutes time frame. And if you notice, it's on Meteora's concentrated liquidity style AMM. And there was a few people saying that there's people doing like a just in time style type of liquidity to be able to kind of properly extract some fees from this fucking thing. Hence why it looks like complete AIDS. But it could be set up as just a bit of a value extractive farm if that's the case. I will try and find the tweet because it's really, really good. But yeah, usually when charts look a little bit like this, there's definitely something funky going on.
Yeah, it looks scammy, right?
DMT chart, I'd like to see a little bit more life in, to be honest.
Feels like it kind of just had that initial wave of the shitcoin casino on the L3, which pumped it to like the 180 new high. And it seems like it's been stagnant for a couple of days here now, but not the worst, but you do want to see follow through. Otherwise that could retrace quite a bit. So
yeah, I don't know if anyone's still in chat or anyone's listening, but if they've got any information of how much exposure Sanko get to this, where the hell is it?
The gaming fund.
Yeah, 225 million or $250 million worth of ARB that is going towards kind of trying to fuel innovation on Arbitrum, whether that be applications or app chains or L3s and shit like that. So there's like confidence around this. I think this. I'm not going to say what I think about this because I'm a bit like a broken record on this topic, but money's got to flow down somewhere, and I think Sanko and DMT kind of fall in that category quite well. Yeah, I'll have anyone on from if you can set that up. Yeah, if anyone who can kind of. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Just message me and we'll set it up. Yeah, as I said, the thesis is simple. So we'll see. I can imagine a lot of these funds are just going to get completely fucking spunked up the wall, and some of the salaries, like, nice if you get it. Fuck me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's something happening. There's probably going to be a fucking million L3s that are launching on Arbitrum Orbit in the next couple of weeks because of this. Zai mentioned this on Tuesday, I think, on Round Trippers in Discord. Our good friends at Token Unlocks. I think these guys saved me from losing so much fucking money. So just to give some context on Zai, L3 gaming chain. So in 18 days, it's going to be 198 million Zai unlocked, which is the equivalent of $100 million currently, which is 71.59% of circulating supply. I'm not holding that shit going in.
No.
250,000 ARB, Sanko again, Mantra says. Okay. You bump those numbers up, I think, personally. Any requests in chat, some charts? Bearing in mind, if they are dog shit, we will roast you.
Do you think with the DeFi potential repricing here, then plus the Meow guy from Dupe mentioned they're going to burn like 30% supply, that should catch a bid?
Good shout. I think it should. Did they announce that recently?
He tweeted that yesterday. And then I've seen Alo tweet saying, "I've never bought a coin so quick."
interesting you say that. I'm gonna piss everyone off using this all the time, but yeah, it's in absolute like mindshare terms that token dupe is number one over the past 24 hours. So you're probably going to see a big uptrend in that. I think it's a great idea. Very liquid, get in and out.
Yeah.
You're probably going to start teasing fucking second round of airdrops anytime soon if he starts to propose. Yeah. I bet that gets an extremely large governance. I know.
Yeah, 100%.
No one can get governance fucking. No one can get anyone to sign up for fucking governance. I bet they'll all turn out for 30% reduction in total supply. So.
Burn your coins, yes, please.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a Layer Zero just gone live. Oh yeah, how did everyone do?
I got a couple hundred, nothing that's going to change my life, but decent anyway. Happy with a bit of stimuli.
Yeah, I think.
What was the phrase they've just coined, which is unpopular? Proof of charity or proof of donation, wasn't it? Did you see that? You've got to donate in order to unlock your airdrop. You've got to donate to whatever it was. I just seen it before we come online. So they're like, we're going to raise a minimum of like 18 mil via this proof of donation with our airdrop today. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
I don't fucking know. I have to see.
So they've coined a new phrase anyway.
Yeah, I think.
There we go. Proof of, just down a little bit. Proof of donation.
Proof of donation.
18.5 mil.
Protocol Guild.
So ETH, USDC, USDT, you've got to contribute at least 10 cents to unlock your tokens.
Fair. Nice. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been salty, but like, if you're farming an airdrop that is primarily based on TVL and volume, like what are you kind of expecting to get? Like, it's not. It's always the best ones are always the ones you least expect. Always.
In terms of the drop you get, what were you going to do with yours?
Probably, I've got a wedding to go to in a couple of weeks, so I might just get a nice flight.
Beer money.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Get out of the peasant quarters of the.
Up front with the captain.
Yeah. Are we request in chat? I think the AI protocol goes live on it tonight, I believe. Unless I'm full of shit, but yeah, I mean it's had a reasonable retrace. I know they were on like 1000x podcast earlier as well, and not that I trust any of those guys' opinions on markets, despite them being professional traders or whatever they call themselves. Yeah, it looks all right. I wouldn't like to see it go any lower, but it's one of those things. We were saying it again on Tuesday in Discord. It's better to have the speculation going into a launch than to actually fucking launch. It's always like buy the rumor, sell the news, and I'd like to see it rip, but I don't think parallelization is top of mind for everyone at the minute. Currently, I think there's bigger narratives and don't need to be paying too much attention. But again, it could be like a plant some seed to come back in a couple of months, and it could be absolutely ripping. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's selling news.
CBDC on this. Bankers based. All right. We'll add that to the watch list. Other than that, I think we'll wrap it up unless there's anything else. Yeah, we got fucked on those Euro coins, didn't we?
I don't even want to speak about it, to be honest with you. It was like, I think the top was when you and Alex did the spaces around then, like three days before the actual tournament. my wallet I had my Euro coins in was looking really healthy the week before the Euros. And then obviously didn't take any profit, didn't sell anything, and then it just all absolutely collapsed, and it was worth about £2.50 at the end. So disappointing.
I lost some serious money on those fucking things.
Yeah, the unrealized P&L, just insanity, to be honest with you. But you got to try these things, innit?
SPX seems to be moving.
It's because we're pumping it on stream.
Oh yeah, maybe. No, yeah, I think that's it. We'll be back again. Absolutely annihilated on Europe. Yeah, didn't we all? We'll be back again next week. Monday, Discord. We've got Devin from Gamersop going to do a bit of a seminar, walk people through trading volatility, and there's a lot of people who know what they're doing on that app are making some serious fucking money, and I'm jealous and I want to learn how to do it. So that's open for everyone. Just jump in Discord. Tuesday we're going to be doing a round trippers live, so it'll be us two idiots and 563 with a bit more structure, and we do that every week in Discord for the larpers and meal deal subs. I can't think of anything else that's happening. We'll be back again Thursday for Shitcoin Church next week. And if you're not subscribed to Blockmates TV, we've pivoted over to this channel to free up the Blockmates podcast for some legitimate purposes as opposed to rambling idiots looking at charts. But yeah, other than that, thanks very much, and we'll see you next week.
See you later.